So welcome back to some more Paper Mario, where last time, thanks to Raphael the Raven, we have opened the way to Mount Lavalava Island, getting us to our first dungeon of this chapter, finally. This time, we're heading into the volcano. Before anything, I have changed my badges to now include a Power Plus, and, was it Ice? Yeah, Ice Power, and actually, I don't even need Feeling Fine. What am I doing with that? I think that's the only things I changed. Yeah. I definitely highly recommend having Ice Power for this, because Ice Power is really, really nice. I guess I'm gonna change something else because I'm an idiot and thought that I needed Feeling Fine, which I don't. What do I put on? I guess I could put on an HP Plus, sure. So now we can have 20. Not too bad. Let's head in. So, this place has a lot of weird oddities. Hi. Identified as Mario. Alert! Report to boss. Alert! Alert! Apparently that's a dialect. So this place runs terribly. I sense danger here. All adventures are dangerous though, so what of it? We must press on toward the glory of an unknown treasure. You suck. Yeah! What's wrong with this rock? It sank right into the lava. It's called weight, buddy. So this place is really, really laggy on emulators and or virtual consoles for the most part, especially the Switch version. It's not terrible on the Wii U version, but there will be really bad frame drops just because, I don't know why actually. It's just ports of this game always has really bad frame drops in this area. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm gonna swap to Goombaria, and I'm gonna hop on this guy. Because Ice Power protects us. These guys. This is a lava bubble, a fireball monster. Lava bubbles live near lava. Max HP 9, attack power 4. They are obviously pretty hot, so you'll get hurt if you try to jump on them. They sometimes attack your friends, like me, too. The power of that attack is 2. Because of their fiery nature, they fear snow and water. Yep, so Squirt will also deal more damage to them. Again, I really don't like that name. Let's do just normal jumps on these guys. So lava bubbles are kind of just strange. Without Ice Power, you can't jump on them. Yeah, they're kind of just here. Along with that, they can hit hard and they can even attack your party members, so be careful. Oh man, it's actually really nice to have both the finders on, because you just get so much stuff for it. So another weird quirk of this place is specifically on the Japanese version. For some reason, in the Japanese version, if you're carrying Watt and you jump into the lava, you will take an extra point of damage. Don't know why, it exists. So I'm gonna hop down here, and there is a specific spot. Well, that is not the spot. Oh god, I need Goombario. Please smash. Damn it. So these are new enemies, and these are super annoying spike tops. This is a spike top. Spike tops have spikes on top. Duh. Max HP 4, attack power 3, defense power 4. They're tough, just like Buzzy Beetles, and fire attacks don't affect them at all. But their defense power drops if you can flip them over. These guys are basically Buzzy Beetles with spikes, so you have to use hammer attacks, specifically Quake Hammer, because otherwise you literally can't hurt them. Yeah, they suck. Got the dodge on that. This kind of, yeah, this really blows. I guess I'll just do another Quake Hammer. I don't really need to worry about the fire sprite too much, or the fire bubble. I don't know why I like to call them fire sprites. I don't know, force a habit. All right. We'll go to Sushi. Are you gonna try to snipe one of my party members? Yes, you are. And you did. So yeah, as you can see there, they can't snipe your party members. It's kind of annoying. One of the few enemies that can actually attack your party members. And Sushi's eyes, Jesus. what I was trying to do, oh my god, so many things. What I was trying to do is get that POW block up there, but come on. Merly! Okay, this one's actually a pretty nice one. 4 times 2 is 8. Better than 4. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, I may have to keep in mind to take off the finders if it starts lagging the game out really badly, because, yeah, that can be a bad thing. I want to jump off here. You suck. It puts me away from it. Oh, this is a multi-hit block. Was a multi-hit block. Whatever. Let's just try that again. Because I want to have that power block, man. Oh. That is not how you're actually supposed to get it. You are supposed to get it through Cooper. Yeah. Power block. Pretty nice. Alright. I'm gonna just run back up there. Back on over here. We can get behind those rocks, and I'm gonna put on sushi. So we have the return of these fire bars. If you remember from a while ago, if you play jump rope with the fire bar, you get a bunch of coins. And it permanently gets rid of them from the entirety of the game, so pretty nice. The thing with them, though, is if they do hit you, they will go in the opposite direction, so if you feel like you needed to go in the opposite direction, then there you go. Man, that one was going quick. I just want your coins, man. Free coins. Alright, another fire bar. Pretty easy. That one took a while to actually do. And this super block. Okay. We can now ultra rank, meaning everybody can get upgrades once again. I highly recommend putting Sushi as an ultra rank immediately. Not just because she's our most recent party member. No. She has arguably one of the best moves in the game, to the point where speedrunners will actually spam this move to get through the game very quickly. It's very powerful, and I want to show it as soon as humanly possible. So, heading back down here. This place is pretty linear for the most part. It's not too bad. Like most dungeons, it's actually pretty easy to get through. Just gotta save a block. Yeah, save a block right here. Might as well save. And we'll glide on down. Oh, I wanted that. That sucks. I think there is a way to get back up. Up. You suck. So, this is what I want to show. Tidal wave. Swim madly to create a wave that washes all enemies, or washes over all enemies. The way this is supposed to be used is you'll have random button inputs on the screen to increase damage. However, speedrunners have maximized the damage by constantly hitting B, A, and C down in rapid succession. It's only those button inputs, B, A, and C down. So, I'm gonna see... Actually, okay, one thing I want to check. Okay, one thing I highly recommend you do, especially if you're on the Wii U Virtual Console. Map C down to one of your face buttons. In my case, I have it set to X, or Xbox players, it's Y, for PlayStation players, it's triangle. Look at me knowing things. Because you can simply just drag your thumb across all 3 buttons easily, so I'm gonna try the speedrunner attack. We'll see what happens. So, tidal wave. Come on. You kind of saw it there. It will skip ahead in the sequence, and you could just get a... Okay, they're immune to that. That sucks. Tidal wave is extremely powerful. It does a lot of damage. It hits all enemies on screen, and if you get a high enough combo with the button inputs, you could just nuke everything. That sucks. Alright, well, my priority is the... no, I did... I wanted to do a Quake Hammer. Why did it default to normal hammer? Alright, whatever. At least we get to see more of these Spike Tops' moves, but that's about it. Ow. Okay, you guys are starting to piss me off. Also, the only reason I'm able to actually kill these Spike Tops is because I have Power Plus on. I'm just overriding their defense buff. There we go. And at least I can show here, too. Ugh. Oh yeah, and our squirt is more powerful. But even still, 5 damage from a normal squirt attack. But yeah, our squirt now has a bigger gauge, therefore bigger damage. It's pretty nice. So I want to try to get better with that because it is a really good move. All right, there we go. All right, let's see if I can do this again. All right, tidal wave. Okay. Got a little bit of something there. That was pretty cool. Yeah, not bad, actually. It actually dealt damage to the spike top. So as you can see, tidal wave is extremely powerful, especially if, well, you're a speedrunner and you're actually good at the game. Only bad thing, it costs a ton of FP to use, but that's not really a problem for me because I have so many items that recovers HP or FP anyways, so it's not that big a deal. Burleaf! That's a good proc. We're getting 12 out of this one. You know what? You're doing better now. I don't know really what I was trying to say there, but you're making it better use case, I guess. I don't know. So, I want that item right down there. Boink. Right here. It's the fire shield badge. Makes the damage Mario takes from fire attacks go down by 1. Pretty nice. Here's the thing though. There's not a lot of enemies that actually use fire attacks, minus Bowser. It also costs 2, which, we're not taking that much damage as it is anyways. We'll go on ahead. So, I will say though, with the tidal wave thing, do be careful if you're going to use that on, well, actual hardware, because if you're too good at it, it can actually crash the game due to overflow and stuff like that. The game just doesn't know what to do with all those inputs at once, so it's actually kind of funny. Screw it, I'm gonna do it again. Oh, come on. Come on! I got some of it. Should at least deal damage to the spike top, yeah. And I'm poisoned. Okay, so something I want to show off here too is what happens when we use a fire pop. 20 FP, but uses 1 HP. Yummy lollipop. Oh, yeah. Mario does not like the taste, but it gives you a lot of FP back, so it's actually very well worth it. So as you can see, Sushi is an extremely powerful party member. She is pretty freaking good. The only thing I have a complaint with her is that she kind of just can't decide on what she wants to be. For example, she's really good for single target damage via squirt and belly flop, but she also buffs you with defense buffs. But then she also has a screen nuke, which is extremely powerful and is used in speedruns all the time. I'm gonna do it again because I don't know. I just want to be funny. Come on. Come on! And I suck. I suck at that personally. It takes a lot of getting used to for that, but anyways. So she has a screen nuke. She has a defense plus for Mario. So it's like, she can't really decide on who she wants to be, and that's the only bad thing with her, because she's good at a lot of things, but she's a master of nothing. I'm gonna do it again, because I'm really stubborn. Come on! Ah! I'm doing that very poorly. I just need to try something else. Yeah, try something else. I'm just being a dork at this point, but, I mean, we're about to level up anyways. It's not gonna be that big a deal. And I am getting damaged a lot. It will be a big deal if I keep taking damage like this. Let's just do Quake Hammer and I'll just nuke you guys. See you later, Stinky. Right. I'm not using double power pluses. Let's just kill you outright. Four more to another level. That was quick. That was thanks to Merle. Alright, no other enemies here. I will say, yep, I remembered correctly. Star piece hidden in the floorboard here. Very jerkish location, yeesh. Alright, anything else? No? Okay. I might want to try to be careful here. But everything is like overkill beyond belief. Yeah, I'm just gonna save that. So with that done, I believe I want to go to the opposite side? Yeah, over here. This takes us further down. Actually, I do. Well, I'll keep Sushi out until we see the enemy. There's gonna be a new enemy that we see here eventually. Nothing there. Another block we can't deal with. Kind of see where this is going. So we can simply just paracarry across this using party members that we haven't used in a while. And might as well make it easier on ourselves for later. Might as well push these blocks on over. Block the lava flow. Boink. And boink. That's another thing, though, that's great with this game. Each dungeon is so varied that, like, all of them are interesting. Because, you know, you had Koopa Bros Fortress, which is literally a fortress. Dry Ruins was like a deserty, like, mummified area. Then there was, like, then you had the toy box. Like, there's some pretty weird stuff. I mean, Lavalava's castle was probably the only one that was really boring. So, but even still, all these areas are so unique of their own that it doesn't really matter. They're all fun in their own right. So what I suggest doing here is actually lining these blocks up first, because it can kind of be annoying, especially if you have really bad depth perception like I do. So just push this over. Push this on over. And just fly on across. Please don't burn my ass. And, oh god, hello friends. I need to put on Sushi. Oh, that sucks. Okay, crap. I'm gonna do refresh. So, that guy up there is kind of bad news for us, especially since we don't have much HP. Yeah, I desperately needed to heal there. Okay, screw it, I'm going for it. Tidal wave. I'm hitting the buttons, man, come on. Just dodge that. All right, good. They did not go for the party member. I did not want them going for party members. So as you can see there, yes, that red Magic Koopa will actually buff enemies. Okay. Let's swap you to Goombario. I need to kill that one guy, like, immediately, so we'll just do that. Thank God for ice power. I just now remembered I have friggin' snowman dolls. No, don't you dare. You suck. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna spam healing for this turn and all that, because I want Goombario to tattle this guy. That's really annoying. Also, I think he can run away if you kill the enemies besides him. You know what? We could do chill out. Yeah, chill out. Finally get to use this. Sup, buddy? -3. Yeah. Lowers all their attack damage. Pretty nice. You can't do anything to me, buddy. You're just gonna constantly buff your friend. Alright. I need to wait for another turn. I can do another... Actually, refresh is kind of pointless here. Actually, no, it's not. I'd rather stay alive. I really want to tattle that guy. I do not want to leave any... Every enemy must be tattled. Not because I have OCD or anything like that. It's just because I want to show all of Goombario's texts. Alright, there we go. And... You're going to constantly buff more. That's fine. Okay. Goombario. Tattle. Red Magic Koopa. This is a red Magic Koopa. He's one of the magicians in the Koopa clan. Snappy red robes, huh? Max HP 11, attack power 3, defense power 0. He can magically increase the attack power of others. Take care of him before he can pump up his companions. Yeah, I thought he was going to be in the area by himself, and I didn't realize that he was not going to do that. I have a POW block, which doesn't really help me. This is... Okay, Power Bounce. Yeah, Power Bounce is the smartest way. I just don't want him running away. That's my biggest thing. I think they can run from battle. I just don't want him to do that. You suck. Well, at least he didn't attack Mario. That was your biggest mistake, buddy. See you later. That's another level up for us. And you know what? Shoot. Yeah, no, I want more FP. I want to use Tidal Wave more. Maybe a little more dangerous, but I mean, hey, FP is always nice. And I need to swap to Sushi, and I need to jump. I guess I can show here that white magic Koopas can also appear here. All right, let's come on. Tidal wave. Come on. Okay, got a little something. If you're really good, you can actually have that stretch across the entire screen. Just even from that was a ton of damage. That was pretty freaking nice. Let's take out the white magic Koopa so he doesn't run away. Magic Koopas give a lot of star points. That's why I don't want to have them run away. So there's my reason. Kill you outright. We'll be done here. Burley! You're actually being extremely helpful now. Free 10. I'll take it. I saw one of you guys in the comments who was like, I never use Merly because Merly just sucks. And to which I agree for the most part, but there's cases like that where she just gives you an overpowered thing, and, well, the overpowered thing usually outweighs the bad. In this giant chest is the Ultra Hammer. The attack power of Mario's hammer increases. On top of that, you can down destroy metal blocks. That's the best hammer upgrade in the game. And yes, this increases the damage of Quake Hammer as well. So, now that we're done with that, I want to fly on across once again. No. Beautiful. And I want to stick to this lower path because there's the block that we saw before. In here is more lava. This place is very filled with lava. Oh god. If it reminds me of anything, it reminds me of, oh god, what was the place called in Earthbound? The final sanctuary location in that game. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of that. I'm gonna use the snowman doll. It's Christmas in, I guess, July when this video comes out. Currently it's June as I'm recording this. That sucks. Guess I'll just also, Paracarry cannot touch these fire dudes because he will get burned. I'm just gonna do, well, no, I'm gonna do Skydive. That doesn't do a lot now. Wow, okay. I'm never gonna get the timing, aren't I? I suck. I mean, I can do another snowman doll if I really want to. It's not a big deal. Actually, I could just Quake Hammer. Yeah, Quake Hammer. 3 damage. Honestly, I thought I was gonna do more than that, but this is fine. All right, stop trying to kill me. I should really think about putting. I should really think about putting on feeling fine, because this is just sucking right now. All right, I need to kill the stupid putrid piranhas. These are the most annoying things right now. Paracarry's back. I am taking a lot of damage. Holy crap. All right. As you can see, poison's pretty dangerous. It can stack up over time very easily. It's, yeah, nothing to throw shade about. It's pretty dangerous. Lots of HP at least, and I am actually gonna switch around my badges to include that because this is just getting ridiculous. How much is feeling fine? That's Happy Hearts. I know it's one of the square ones. Or, no, it's not. It's 3. Okay. I don't need close call. Actually, close calls have been pretty helpful. I guess I'll just take off an HP plus. I don't really need it. Like, yeah, we've been taking a lot of damage, but if I have my feeling fine, we should be, well, fine. Alright. Up here is a small chest with Dizzy Stop. If it works, enemy gets dizzied. Not too bad. Dizzy is kind of a weird status. At this point in the game, it's not going to be too helpful because we can just straight up kill everything in our path if we really wish. And that's about it. Alright, heading back up here. Made a pretty significant amount of progress in this place. This place is pretty big, but I think I'm going to end things off right here because it's a pretty good place to, well, end off. So, next time on Paper Mario, we'll be progressing throughout more of the volcano within Lavalava Island. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.